her batting average is not as high as she would like it to be. Pop up back to Cameron just gets her hands to the outside low ball. Bit of a chaos ball, but the resolve on Sutherland Finch tonight. I haven't seen the likes of it. Strikes out, bell wide. Well, McFarlane gets that one to the backhand of Belinda White, but she's got the best arm in the competition. Making Zali, and she's chased that. She's going to pop this one up to Sarah Tonkin. Rita can lay down a sack bunt, but she can also put the ball to the outfield. Ada Caruana gets under it for a catch. Sort of creeps in and says, there we go, and drives that down to third base, James, and that's going to advance around to two. And she's looking now, and great, oh look, I've lost here. A triple. Third base. This is going to be good enough. This will test. Vicky McFarlane at centre field. Sarah Tonkin takes off on the catch. Sarah's got a score on the sacrifice fly. Sturt draw first blood.
What, the water bottle?
Yeah.
104.
Big strikeout for the third out. Jordan Lee. We'll get to the rest of the team. And Letton takes off on the pitch again. She's going to have to hustle back to the base as Rachel Tonkin gets under this one for
restricted it.
Wow, what a great pitch. And go the double play. Strike out and the throw over to second, James. She went with it and just made contact. Shot up the middle from Talia George. It's going to go to the back, forehand side of centre fielder Maddie Cameron. Scores the runner Letton from second base. Talia George does the job for Port Adelaide. We've got a long way to go. We can bat this out. Piece of the ball to left field, just short of Jordan Lee. Great pickup on the run. And a good... And a strikeout to get him out of trouble. Zali Adams.
Those girls that are watching, learning something.
Big swing and a miss from Jess. So good at getting her hands to the ball, putting the ball into play. And there she is again. Well, there's that change-up. She just drives straight past Sutherland Finch. Constructed this line-up to perfection. Change-up is rifled to the shortstop of base now. Great piece of the ball. Line drive out to centre field. Maddie Cameron had bunted, so got that one out of the zone. McFarlane takes off. Zali Adams fields that one. Has a look at the runner. She was always going to be safe because she took off. Another ground ball to the pitcher. She has to turn and throw. Rita Meyer does the job and advances McFarlane to third. Left. Swing and a miss. Falcons do it again. Last year and had a month off softball. Strikes out. Strike out on the inside edge for Jenny Gray. She left. Again, takes off on the pitch. Great take from Ella Forrester. Gets the ball across. Oh, and a drop catch there. This ball bounces just in front of first base player Tastrap. She does well to block it. Rachel Tonkin takes off on the pitch. And a fumble. Belinda White's going to try to score. The throw on the backhand just was in time, but Sutherland Finch wasn't covering home. But that backhand throw was on the money. I think that caught Sutherland Finch napping a little bit. Could have gotten in there and made it a little bit closer. And also hello to our friends in the Riverland Softball Association. Jordan Lee gets a piece of this ball. What a great catch! Nice, just off of it. It lands fair. Gemma Letton just out of reach. She got a glove to it. Let's have a look at the statewide super replay. And she chases that off to the left, James, and makes the dive, and it just comes just before she hits the ground. That would have been a statewide super. One of the plays of the year. We would have been counting that down in our top 10. I can tell you. Capitalise and take that 2-run buffer. Great piece of the ball from Jessie Keith. She's going to test the arm, James. She's going to test the arm. Gets around the play at home. Mossman had to come up the line. He'll try anything because he's just... well, he can't do much anymore. First, second. West Torrens were minor premiers. Catuzzo will ground out to shortstop Belinda White. Yeah, that was a cracker, wasn't it, that lead? That was a cracking game, that last one. Well, not a bad piece of the ball from Talia George. How good was that play from that lady at shortstop, Belinda White? And you watched how Zali picks it up. She has a little bit of time to think about it, but she sort of just rushed the throw. But Belinda White picked it up, had the tap. She's walking in now saying, that's okay, don't worry.
Back on the pitcher.
Swing and Ella Forrester, the 9-hitter for Port Adelaide, puts the ball into left field. Tag play at third base. Neves reaches out. She's aboard safely. Bang play, James. Talk us through it here as a throw. Statewide super replay. Ella Forrester, what a great turn at bat. We see Talia George cross the plate. Jess Neves just in at third base. High and strikeout swinging. Because she puts the pressure back on the defensive team. Nicely over at third base. Great piece of the ball from Maddie Cameron. This one's going deep. Vicky McFarlane breaks across to her right. Sports, the best coverage of softball in the country. A high ball out to right field. Rita Meyer is getting under it. Takes a good catch. So under 13 to under 17 age group, you can apply your interest as Rita Meyer pops up to second base player Rachel Tonkin for the field. This one will be good enough to advance the runner, but Pippa Atkins watches that one into the glove. Sutherland Finch gets a great piece of this ball. It's deep out to left field. Jordan Lee tracks it. Lands fair, just out of her reach. Letton's going to score. Sutherland Finch is on second. An extra base hit from Katie Sutherland Finch.
The umpires called that in. That was a great chase. She gets a hold of that too and give you a nice little bat flip there. And well, she was a bit hesitant there about rounding straight to two, wasn't she? She was a bit...
1 and 2, gets her hands to the ball and will ground out to Pippa Atkins. It's a race to first. Masters games this October. Millie Finch gets her hands to the ball, drives it out to centre field. Camped underneath it is Vicky McFarlane.
Is that going to... No, that's...
Miscommunication from the Port Adelaide defence. Now, Emily Cattuso out at left field, Gemma here. Looking for a play, if you know anyone, a strikeout.
Dugout, so she gave it a nod, and that may drop in again. Are we under the same? No, this time Emily says, I can take that comfortably.
7 p.m. Space Quake Sports. Squares up to Barn, and a pick up a 10.
Oh,
she's got her, a big play. Rachel Tonkin, sister Sarah Tonkin teaming up. First base coach Ray Straps not happy with that one. Let's have a look at the statewide super replay. Sets up outside Sarah Tonkin. Sees that the runner took off because the bunt was definitely put on. Hall of Fame umpire Neville Lawrence with the punch out. With the runner on base. Now the task is up to Matchy, but she strikes out. Scott Fairley thinks that's the game-winning plays. McFarlane drills this one just into shallow centre field. A miss hit out of reach of second base Tonkin.
Now.
Good batter to have. Now a ground ball over to shortstop and Belinda White. She has the arm to do the job. Just piece of the ball. Centre field. That goes to shortstop Gemma Letton. Carolina gets up to the first pitch, and this one bounced awkwardly past shortstop Gemma Letton. Runner aboard for the Falcons. Takes off on this pitch. A standing strikeout. Piece of the ball that goes straight up in the air. 2 out, and Maddie Matchley takes a catch deep into the seventh inning. A strikeout watching. Young Zali Adams, I was just about to say it, probably hasn't thrown 7 innings in a game the whole season.
And a big swing and a miss there. She gets the second strikeout for the innings.
This ball ground out to Pippa Atkins. Falcons win the game! They finish the season in 4th. They win the first semi-finals and they will advance.